Welcome back to Zoni, your go-to pit stop for everything fast, loud, and legendary. Today, we're stepping into muscle car royalty. You hear that growl? That's not just any engine, it's the heart and soul of an American icon. This is the Ford Mustang GT Shelby, and we're about to find out if it lives up to its name, its legacy, and its reputation as one of the baddest street-legal monsters ever made. Let's start with a bit of history. The name Shelby is more than just a badge. It's a legacy, a story of a Texan racing legend, Carroll Shelby, who took a standard Mustang and turned it into a fire-breathing performance machine back in the 1960s. Since then, the Shelby Mustangs have been the high-performance, track-tuned, no-nonsense members of the Mustang family. They're not just made to go fast, they're made to dominate. Now, when you first lay eyes on the Shelby GTS, especially the GT500, what you see is power sculpted into steel. The wide stance, the bulging hood, that menacing front grille with the coiled snake emblem, it all screams aggression. This car doesn't whisper, it roars, even when it's standing still. Under the hood is where things get insane. The GT500 packs a 5.2-liter supercharged V8 engine. We're talking about 760 horsepower and 625 pounds-ft of torque. That's right, this thing doesn't just compete with other muscle cars. It punches into supercar territory. 0 to 60 about 3.3 seconds. Top speed, electronically limited, but enough to get you into serious trouble. And while the Mustang GT is already no slouch, the Shelby variants take it to the next level. The GT350 and GT500 come with upgraded suspension, Brembo brakes, a more rigid chassis, and track-focused engineering throughout. The GT350 is a naturally aspirated screamer with a flat-plane crank V8 that revs to over 8,000 RPM. It's the purists' Mustang built to carve corners and scream on the straights. But let's focus on the GT500 for now. This beast is Ford's answer to the Dodge Hellcats and Chevy Caprios, except where the Hellcat is brute force. The GT500 has finesse. It's got a dual-clutch 7-speed transmission, no manual, which might hurt some purists' feelings, but this DCT is lightning fast. Shifts are crisp, immediate, and satisfying. On the road, it feels like the car is always one step ahead of you, predicting your moves, ready to unleash its full fury at the flick of your right foot, and that supercharger whine. Pure auditory bliss. Combine it with the V8 rumble, and you've got a sound that sends shivers down your spine. This is the kind of car that makes tunnels worth driving through. Twice. Step inside, and you're greeted with a cabin that's part muscle, part modern tech. It's not a luxury lounge, but it's comfortable and focused. You get Recaro sport seats that hug you like a track day embrace. Carbon fiber accents, an optional 12-inch digital instrument cluster, an ASYNC infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's enough tech to keep you connected, without distracting from what this car is really about. Driving. One of the biggest surprises with the GT500 is how composed it feels at high speeds. Thanks to MagneRide suspension and serious aerodynamic design, hella rear wing and front splitter, it stays planted. Whether you're hammering down the straights or tackling twisty back roads, the Mustang GT Shelby feels like a precision instrument, not something you'd expect from a car that looks this wild. Now, let's talk about track capability. Ford didn't just throw horsepower at the wall and hope it sticks. The GT500 is a track weapon. With the optional track pack, you get exposed carbon fiber wheels, Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires, and adjustable strut top mounts. That means more grip, less weight, and even more control when pushing the limit. And yet, it's surprisingly livable for everyday driving. Sure, fuel economy isn't its strong suit, but let's be honest. No one buys a Shelby Mustang for its miles per gallon. You buy it for the smiles per gallon, and this car delivers truckloads of them. There's a real duality here. On the one hand, it's a street-legal dragster. On the other, it's a precision-crafted performance machine. That balance is what makes the Shelby GT500 such a standout. It's not just about horsepower numbers, it's about how that power is delivered, how the car makes you feel, how it dances on the edge of insanity, but always in control. Let's take a moment to talk value. With a base price hovering around $80,000 USD, the GT500 isn't cheap. And if you spec it up with the carbon fiber track pack and some goodies, you're looking at over $100,000. But here's the thing, you're getting performance that rivals cars twice its price. You're getting raw, unfiltered American power, mixed with engineering that can hold its own against European giants. And then there's the design. This car turns heads everywhere it goes. People point, wave, take photos even if they don't know what it is. They know it's something special. It has presence, it has drama, and it owns the road like few other vehicles can. Of course, it's not perfect. The GT500 is heavy, weighing in at over 4,100 pounds. You feel that weight when braking hard or flicking it into tight corners. The lack of a manual transmission might be a deal breaker for some enthusiasts. And rear seat space. Let's just say it's better suited for a backpack than a passenger. But these are small prices to pay for what you get in return. Fuel economy is pretty brutal too. Expect somewhere around 12 mpg city and 18 highway, if you're lucky. But again, if that's your concern, you're shopping in the wrong aisle. Where this car shines is in emotion. It's raw, it's visceral, and it connects you to the road in a way that modern cars often forget. There's no hybrid system, no fake engine noises, no nonsense, just a real engine, real power, and a real connection between you, the car, and the road. It's not just a car, it's an experience. It's a reminder of what American muscle stands for: freedom, performance, and attitude. Every time you hit the ignition, you feel it. That pulse, that energy, that Shelby DNA. If you've ever dreamed of owning a car that makes every drive feel like a movie scene, the GT500 is that car. Whether you're carving up a canyon road, lining up at the drag strip, or just taking the long way home, the Shelby delivers. And let's not forget the cultural impact. The Shelby Mustang has been immortalized in everything from Gone in 60 Seconds to Need for Speed. It's more than just a vehicle, it's a symbol. And in a world where cars are becoming more sterile and digital, the Shelby GT500 stands as a bold, roaring reminder that analog thrills still have a place. So, would I recommend the Mustang GT Shelby? Absolutely, if you're the kind of driver who values passion over practicality. If you want a car that wakes your neighbors, pins you to your seat, and makes you feel like a kid every time you get behind the wheel, this is it. But be warned, owning a Shelby isn't for the faint of heart. It demands respect, it demands attention, and it will challenge you. But if you're up for it, if you're ready to grab the wheel and hang on tight, you will be rewarded with one of the most exhilarating driving experiences money can buy. Alright, that wraps up today's review. If you enjoyed the ride, give it a like, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next high-octane feature here on the Review Garage. Drop a comment below. Would you take the Shelby GT500 over a Dodge Hellcat or a Camaro ZL1? Or do you think American muscle is losing the battle to EVs? Thanks for watching. Stay fast, stay loud, and I'll see you in the next one. Let me know if you'd like a shorter version, added visuals, cues, voiceover style tweaks, or if you're focusing on a specific trim like the GT350 or GT.